So yesterday night we had some incredible NBA playoff games. I did not stream yesterday though, so I do want to do a quick rundown of the Thursday night games. How about CJ McCollum once again just sticking the knife in Knicks' hearts and twisting it, man. Oh my gosh, what a crazy ending to this one. Atlanta had the lead going into the fourth quarter. The Knicks stormed back, but even with Deuce McBride hitting 5 threes, Jalen Brunson continues to struggle from the field. This has now been a trend in this Hawks series that I think we got to start really looking into. OG Anunoby with his best game of the series so far, and Cat with 21 and 17. But the biggest thing you can look at is the Knicks really couldn't shoot the ball in this one. 43% from the field, 29% from three, compared to 39% from three for the Atlanta Hawks. But this game really came down to the last couple minutes, really the last possession of the game. Jalen Johnson with another amazing game, kind of proving to be one of the top, if not the top player in this series. So far, at least, for Atlanta, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 3-pointers made, a couple free throws. But the MVP of this series so far, man, CJ McCollum hits the shot on Jalen Brunson to go up by 1. Knicks call a timeout. And then how about that last defensive possession, along with the offensive production we saw out of Jonathan Kuminga for the Atlanta Hawks, a player who was involved in trades earlier this season, has been a member of the Warriors, and then was kind of pushed out of the Warriors system by Steve Kerr, Jimmy Butler, and all them. 21 points, 4 rebounds, including locking up everyone on that last possession of the game. Great game for Atlanta there. I cannot believe that they took the 2-1 series lead in the fashion that they did. Wow, just an incredible, incredible game overall for Atlanta. Very impressed with their 2 now 1-point wins over the Knicks. And if they could go up 3-1 in the series, New York, watch out, because Atlanta has now just dominated the past 2 late game fourth quarters, taken the momentum away. And I honestly don't know if I expect them to give it away now. I think Atlanta might end up winning game 4. We got to see how that goes. In a must-win game for Toronto, RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes finally have really, really big offensive games, combining for 66 points. But my MVP of this one, if you watch the game, you could see his impact all day long. Colin Murray-Boyles, 9th overall pick this past NBA draft, 22 points off the bench, 11 of 15. Jakob Poeltl is not playing bad, but you could really tell that athleticism inside between Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. It's kind of killing Jakob Poeltl and the way that Toronto runs their defense. So bringing Colin Murray-Boyles in, especially his offensive versatility, is just fantastic. Super impressed with what I saw from CMB. Jamison Battle, though. This game was tied. I believe that I saw a stat that they gave the Raptors a 49% chance to win this game. And then Jamison Battle came in, hit all 5 of his shots, 4 of 4 from 3, and 4 minutes later, they were up by 17 points, the Raptors, and had like a 97% chance to win. Incredible kind of third quarter swing. Who was there for the Jamison Battle game? If Toronto ends up coming back and tying this series in 4, that's going to be something we look back on in this series and think, wow, imagine if that never happened. Jamison Battle, 14 points, 5 of 5 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, plus 20 in only 16 minutes. That little run they went on was really the difference maker. Late in the third, into the fourth quarter. So impressed with Jamison Battle and the entire Toronto Raptors team, specifically RJ Barrett and their offense. I thought their offense really needed a spark game, and I was very impressed with Toronto. 113-96 win for Minnesota over Denver. I don't think anyone saw this kind of happening, but if you watch the game, Minnesota's defense was the reason why they won Game 3. They just smothered Denver's offense. I love seeing an aggressive Jaden McDaniels. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 9 of 13 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. Just such an amazing Jaden McDaniels game right after he just came out and called out Denver Nuggets players by name, saying all of them were bad defenders. He called out Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun, Jokic, Jamal Murray. He literally called them out by name and then responded by leading the starting lineup of the Timberwolves in scoring. Ayo Dosunmu off the bench with 25 points, by the way. Shout out Ayo with an incredible game. Not hitting a 3, though, which is really, really important to see a Minnesota Timberwolves team getting to the paint, being aggressive, not just settling for 3s. They are at their best when they are the most aggressive players on the floor, when they're driving to the paint, trying to draw contact. Rudy Gobert continues to amaze me in these series. Even with him getting older, he continues to be one of the best defensive players in basketball. 10 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 9 defensive rebounds. Very impressive game from Minnesota. I thought their first quarter defensive impact was just amazing, and they really didn't look back. Their second quarter offense got so much better, and then as the third quarter went on, Denver kind of kept up with them, but they were never able to really come back on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Big 17-point win for Minnesota, taking a 2-1 series lead. That's why I said that fourth quarter comeback they had in Game 2 was really important, even with Anthony Edwards on one leg, because winning at home, this series is very different depending on who's at home. Heading into the final, last night's games, what up, what up? I'm streaming until like 5 or 6. Between 5 and 6, kind of, whenever the plan is. The Celtics beat the 76ers 108-100 behind 25 points from Jason Tatum. This game was basically tied with about a couple minutes left, and then Tatum hit some nasty three-point shots, 5 of 9 from 3, 9 of 17 from the field. Jaylen Brown, 25 points. Peyton Pritchard hit a couple great catch-and-shoot threes. But man, the 76ers, this was a game you would have loved the 76ers to try and win here. Andre Drummond, 12 points off the bench. They really just ran out their starting lineup. Maxey struggled. He shot a lot, but didn't play bad. VJ Edgecombe really struggled. The biggest thing there, you can see 0 for 7 from 3. Hi, Grace. Is not really going to be great there. 10 rebounds, but they still lost the rebounding battle. They lost the three-point battle. I was very impressed with Philly throughout the middle of this game, keeping themselves in it, but unfortunately, Boston ran away with this one at the end behind Jason Tatum and Peyton Pritchard taking over late in that fourth quarter, leading them to a 108-100 win. 2-1 series lead now over the Sixers. How about the game of the night? The Lakers are down by 6 with less than a minute to go. Marcus Smart hits a crazy 3. Then Reed Shepherd's getting pressured, full court press by LeBron James. LeBron gets the steal on Reed Shepherd, then comes back and hits the 3 to tie this game up. They go into overtime, and Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, and the rest of the Lakers with Rui Hachimura and LeBron end up pulling this game out. 4-point win in overtime, 112-108. Oh my gosh, man. LeBron dropping 29, 13, and 6. Marcus Smart, by the way, playoff riser. 21 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 steals, 2 blocks. He's like one of like 2 players to record a stat line like that in a game like this. Incredible one. I know Triple G. Reed, all they had to do was hold the ball, and that game would have been over. But no, Reed Shepherd tried to force it to the half court. Sengun then jumped at LeBron's 3 and then was shrugging like it wasn't his fault. Sengun had by far his best game of the series. Finally, initiating some offensive aggression. 33 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Finally, Sengun has a good game, but man, the defensive liabilities, Triple G, whether it was Jackson Hayes on the court or DeAndre Ayton, Rui Hachimura running the 5 sometimes, Jared Vanderbilt running the 5 sometimes. Shout out Bronny James in 9 minutes for having an alley-oop pass to him from his dad and a 3-pointer, which LeBron set the screen on. 2 awesome plays there for Bronny James and LeBron overall. But this was a game, Houston, you had to win this one. Game 3 at home after being down 0-2 in some bad fashion. Kevin Durant's not playing and your offense is working. Jabari Smith Jr. finally has a good game. Amen Thompson has his best game offensively in the series. But Reed Shepherd really sold at the end there. 5 turnovers, but when you have a basically second-year kind of rookie point guard that still has not played this much meaningful minutes, and you put him getting guarded by LeBron in the full court, I mean, bad things happened and great things happened if you're the Los Angeles Lakers. Big 112-108 win there for the Lakers over the Rockets. I was just so impressed with that fourth quarter heroics. Yeah, I can't believe it. Good night, Josh. Welcome in. King Rupert, welcome in. The bench production, by the way, or the lack of, I guess you could say, for Houston has just been terrible. It's just been so bad, whether it's Dorian Finney-Smith, who they paid $64 million to, Aaron Holiday, who's supposed to be the secondary ball handler, Josh Okogie, who's supposed to be a good defender. I mean, in 4 minutes last night that Josh Okogie was in the game, he had a plus-minus of -13, worst on the team. 4 minutes, Clint Capella's in the game, plus-minus of -11. They just can't go to it. They can't go to it anymore. Houston Lakers, it's sad. but Houston can't go to their bench. And then lastly, after being down by 15 in the first half, Matty L, we'll get to that in just a second here. Let's go, Matty L. The Blazers choke away a 15-point first half lead against the San Antonio Spurs. Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle, man, back-to-back dominating picks, combined for 60 points in this one. De'Aaron Fox with 18, Devin Vassell with 11, Luke Cornett in place of Victor Wembanyama, 14 and 10. I do agree, though, Triple G. Dylan Harper really came off the bench and won them this game. I was so impressed with Harper, former second overall pick, just an incredible performance, even against the great perimeter defenders. Yeah, some big-time threes late in this one, too. Yup. But even against, like, the perimeter defense, Drew Holiday, Scoot Henderson's been playing his best basketball we've seen out of his entire career in this playoff series, and yet Denny, 3 of 15 from the field. You've got to be better than that, Denny, especially with no Wemby, and your whole thing is getting to the basket. This felt like the game that I wanted Denny to take over, especially when they were up early in that first half. I just wanted to see Denny in that third quarter slow the pacing down, get to the rim, get the Spurs in foul trouble, and kind of work his way around it. But no, the Spurs continue to fight back, hitting a lot of threes, 48% from threes, 16 of 33. Just an impressive, yeah, Scoot is a cartoon character. He really does play like one. Such an impressive win for San Antonio. On the road, no Victor Wembanyama. I did not expect them to win this game. And they honestly just, yeah, Dylan Harper showed why he was the second overall pick. Stephon Castle was by far the best player in this game, in my opinion. 33 points, 11 free throws, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. But yeah, Dylan Harper really did. You see, I did see that. I did see the clip of his shoe flying off Triple G. That was pretty funny. But big time win there for the Spurs with Wemby out. We don't know the timeline on Wemby still. He might be back game 4. It might get postponed to game 5. But what a win there for the Spurs over the Blazers on the road. Denny needed you to step up in this one, I can't lie, and he just did not. And also the three-point shooting, Tamani Kamara, Robert Williams, Matisse Thybulle, Vic Krejci. Let's hit our threes, Portland. Let's hit our threes later in this game, especially if Dylan Harper is going to be able to dominate from the perimeter like that late in this game. Fourth quarter specifically, because they were only up by 1 heading into the fourth quarter and then continued to push the pace. Dylan Harper, 27 and 10 off the bench. Good for them. Now you know why I was saying if you're Milwaukee, I would have traded for Dylan Harper very quickly if I was a Giannis to trade to San Antonio, because Dylan Harper's value is only going up over the next couple of years. And if he was in Milwaukee, I think we'd be having a lot different discussions than the Giannis team right now. But that's going to do it for my Thursday and Friday NBA recap. Right now, Pistons leading the Magic 31-30. We have Thunder Suns going on, which we will be live for today. Knicks Hawks, though, game 4. Crucial game for the Knicks. They got to win this. They got to win this on the road. And then Nuggets Timberwolves, another big game for the Denver Nuggets. They got to win on the road. If neither of those favored teams, the Knicks and the Nuggets, want to go down 3-1, they gotta sneak out a road win tonight. Very important NBA playoffs games tonight. And then tomorrow you got all the remaining games. Cavs Raptors game 4, expecting Toronto to come out hot again, but I do think Cleveland's gonna sneak this one out on the road. Spurs Blazers, we got to see if Wemby's playing before anything, but even if he's not playing, now the Spurs have proven themselves in confidence that they can win a game. Celtics 76ers, Celtics favored by 7.5. I do expect the Celtics to win again, although I think it's going to be another one of those hard-fought first, second quarter games. And Lakers Rockets, the Lakers could close the series out as soon as tomorrow night against the Rockets and be the only team to sweep their first team to sweep their first round opponents. NBA playoffs have been amazing so far. If you guys have been watching these Hawks-Knicks games, specifically the fourth quarters, I mean, just incredible. Every Lakers-Rockets game has been very entertaining. Watching LeBron play, even no Durant in a couple of these games, watching LeBron just play the way he's been has been incredible at his age. And with the teammates that he has around him, I mean, no Luka, no Reeves, and they're still up 3-0. I can only imagine what happens in the second round if they do come back and the Thunder got to see them, because I don't think the Thunder want to see a healthy Lakers team that just came off a sweep against the Houston Rockets. But that's going to be my NBA playoff discussion for right now.